episode 23, where we watched Love Undercover, season 1, episode 1. And that's right, I can rap too. I'm Chris Lorenz.
I want a guy with a fat dick and a fatter wallet. This is Brian.
Did you used to play Grand Theft Auto? This is Noah Singer. Oh.
I could get my feelings hurt today. This is Max.
So those are all quotes from this week's show. But last week we watched OMG Fashion on E, and we put a poll on X, as we're calling it nowadays, and you guys voted it a middle third show. So tell us what you thought about this week's show on X at Who Put This On. Noah, what was that show?
Today's athletes are megastars with extreme wealth, adoring fans, and lavish lifestyles. But fame and fortune can come at a price. For Jamie O'Hara, Marco Fabian, Sebastian Fassi, Ryan Babel, and Lloyd Jones, finding someone who loves them for who they truly are, not what they have, is harder than going pro. The ballers decide to leave it all behind for the one place on earth that truly values what's on the inside. Los Angeles. In this modern-day fairy tale meets buddy comedy, these 5 international soccer stars travel to America in hopes of finding true love with women unsuspecting of their status. The ballers quickly learn that at Players HQ, the women have possession and egos get bruised as the athletes find that without soccer, it's harder to score. If they find true love, they must reveal their identity to their partner. That's Love Undercover on Peacock.
Buddy comedy? Move aside, Jackie Chan and Chris Rock.
I kind of zoned out there for a minute.
You mean Chris Tucker?
Oh, Chris Tucker, yeah.
Wow,
I'm doing that too much.
Wow, what a fail on our part. All right, so this is kind of an interesting show where they took 5 soccer stars or football stars and moved them to the U.S. and found women that had no idea who they were and put them in this this weird dating show. It's not a normal dating show. So even that's kind of interesting from your perspective. But it definitely sets the caliber of men on the show pretty high. Like, if we're talking about Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire or whatever that Joe Millionaire show was, it's like everyone on the show has more money than that guy has. But no one knows it.
Yeah.
It's like Secret Millionaire or something. It's kind of similar concept.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like there must be a thing where international famous soccer players go to America just to have a normal life because nobody knows who you are here.
Or 2% of the people may know who you are. Depends.
Yeah, maybe.
Depends how famous you are.
Yeah. Right, but most of these guys, and I'd say most very famous soccer players could walk in New York City and maybe a few times a day, people would say oh, aren't you that guy? But most of the time they're going to be going out easy peasy. Where that's not happening to Tom Brady. Tom Brady goes out in New York City. It's Tom Brady in New York City.
Yeah, I mean, if
this is almost like
go ahead.
It's like a reverse Joe Millionaire.
That's true.
Yeah.
It is reverse Joe Millionaire. If Lionel Messi walked into my house right now, I'd have no idea who he was. I know his name, but I wouldn't know his face. So that's the level of people I know.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting because the show starts out with you meet the 5 soccer guys, pretty boring. Not a lot happens, and then you meet 5 women, and the women walk in one by one, and they see kind of a Tinder profile for 5 of the guys, and they have to pick one to go on a date with, which I thought I like the idea, I like the concept, but I didn't necessarily like the execution of that, which was 3 people picked one person. And then that person just went on 3 dates.
This guy has 0 personality. I don't need to watch him go on.
I'm just dates. Aren't you going to introduce more people so everyone gets picked and they all go on one date? Like, and he gets to pick which one. Like, that's what I thought was going to happen. Like, in no way would I have thought that he was going to go
Yeah.
on
Mm.
all three of those dates.
I mean, it's an easy way to manufacture
For sure.
drama.
Because he goes on all these
Yeah.
three dates.
Oh, he was mine.
He makes out with all three of these women on these dates. And, like,
Well, no,
no, he says
just
that
two of
he
them.
kissed all three.
The
We didn't see the.
he
But
says that he
We only
did.
saw
we
two.
saw two
But
of them.
he said he kissed all three.
Right. Do you think they're editing out a kiss? I don't. I feel like
Yeah, they wouldn't.
nah.
I don't know.
Maybe
I
they
don't
just
care.
didn't get a good. Maybe they tried to hide it.
Boo.
You know.
Mm,
And-
hide the kiss. Yeah.
Maybe he kissed some random other girl.
Mm.
That'd be amazing.
That would be amazing if he kissed some other girl. Uh,
As long as he
yeah.
liked it.
So
Deep,
so as we
deep
talked about,
reference
there's
there.
the four of the guys are actually playing soccer right now professionally. So they're like really fit. Like they all have like six packs, and they're like showing off on these Tinder profiles. And then there's just one guy that's retired.
Yeah.
He doesn't like obviously have a six pack anymore, but no one knows he's won an Olympic gold medal anymore. So like he's like really struggling on the show, especially this episode.
I think technically we're mixing up two guys,
I don't know
but
who won what.
nonetheless.
I thought he was the Mexican that won an Olympic gold medal. No,
He did.
Yeah, he
He's
did.
not the guy they
that's not
keep calling
Dad
Dad Bod.
No, that's Jamie. No, Dad Bod is the British guy, Jamie O'Hara. Yeah, the Mexican guy still is in quite good shape.
I mean,
Jamie
they're all
O'Hara
in fine,
is
normal shape, just not insane soccer player shape.
right, exactly. Yeah.
Hey, these women have high standards, all right? So anything less than that is dad bod.
That is very fair. Like they're definitely they casted women that I appreciate. They're like very direct, very opinionated, but not in a way that I think is like trashy. I think just because like they kind of know what they want. All right.
So the one who said I like this guy because he's French because the
Yeah.
Netherlands flag kind of looks like France. You're saying that's not trashy?
She was an
also-
outlier compared to the cast, in my opinion.
They were also
Well,
ragging
no.
on
There are
profession.
2 trashy women on this show in this episode out of 5. So I disagree hard. So Max and
Less
Brian
than
were
half.
talking about Renee. She's on the show, and she was on this like she likes French women or Frenchmen, French guys, but it was a Dutch flag, which, to be fair, has the same colors, but in different orientation. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely give her a pass on that. Like
No.
pressure
I don't
TV.
okay. But
I think it's okay.
regardless
Yeah,
of that,
I mean,
she was the one
No.
that didn't want to date the person because he said he was a construction worker, and she has a lifestyle she needs to elevate. And construction workers,
Mhm.
She did say in her intro, I have a certain type of lifestyle I'm trying to live.
yeah, she's an influencer. She's like a very mild influencer.
Okay,
I think she had
but-
like 60,000 followers. Very
No.
mild.
That's
Consider
it?
the following. How many construction workers are there in the United States?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 2 million.
Huge addressable market. She should be influencing construction workers. This could be her in.
That's fair.
Yes.
But I mean, is that true? I don't know. I just made that up.
I saw this exchange last night. You just make up a number. Yeah, Noah. If you
Let
have
me
60,000
go look it up
followers,
though.
How much
Yeah.
money are you like making with that many followers? You making any money? Like that's not a lot of followers.
I don't think so.
By By the way, I'm like way off. It's like 8 to 10 million.
Huge.
Hell yeah. Huge
Even
addressable
better.
market. Now,
Yeah.
here's something Noah probably does know. If you have 60K followers, how much do you make off of that? I'm saying not that much.
Yeah, not
How many
not
followers does
enough.
Mama Singer have?
Well, she's getting free
Like
stuff.
15, 20,000. Yeah, but like you're not making enough
To
to
live
make
on.
ends meet. Yeah, like to make it.
Not
Nah.
a career, it's a side gig. It's a side hustle.
Yeah, I'm sure you can probably pull in like maybe 10,000, 15, 20,000, maybe.
A year?
But
A year
yeah,
or
probably.
Yeah,
No,
I was
a
like a
year,
month.
a year.
Okay.
You
Thanks.
You can make ends meet with
made
that.
again, even maybe. Yeah, I don't know what the averages are. Actually, let me go in the corner for that too. Let's
How
see.
many followers do you?
Thanks,
Keep
buddy.
on
How
potting.
many followers do
Yeah.
you
Let's
have?
just research all the lifestyles.
I'm just trying to gauge.
Like
here.
1,000.
You don't.
But I really don't post on Instagram. I
All
rarely
right.
post.
Same.
It still doesn't matter. You still have like
Yeah,
1/60th of it.
It's not. I
of
don't
the
think it's
followers.
linear. It's definitely exponential
Yeah.
for
Keep
like,
going.
how much money you can make by how many followers you have. Anyway, the other person that I thought was not fun was Jacqueline. She was the one that came into this room and said, "If you have more than two emojis in your profile, you got a small dick." And I was like, "That's that you coming in the show
Oh
strong with
yeah.
that kind of energy right there."
She's just playing a character because she knows characters get the most screen time on TV.
I agree.
That's fair.
And a quick update
Yeah.
for 60,000 followers, super wide range. Like 10 to 100,000 a year. So obviously it depends on like what niche you're going after. But let's assume most are making the lower end of that, right?
I assume
So
it's lower end
let's
because
call
I
it
don't think she's
20,000
targeting a niche.
a
She's
year.
just like hot woman on Instagram.
No, it was kind of silly. She's like, yeah, I'm like a travel, food, design, fitness
She's hot
person
woman on
influence. I'm like,
Instagram.
what are you talking?
That's
Like,
it.
yeah, terrible. That's like the worst type of
I'm just telling
influencer.
you.
Really is the worst. No, you're right. But I'm just saying, like, those are
I
the worst type of
agree
influencers.
that like she's playing. She could be playing a character. I don't know. I don't like. She said so many things that made it seem like she was not playing a character. And if she is playing a character, I hated it. I didn't like this whole like she says some sort of BDE energy BDE comment later about like somebody else, and I'm just like, just get off my TV.
What year is this show from? Because like BDE has not been in the current thing we talk about for like 2 years. I feel
Good
The zeitgeist.
Good pull.
zeitgeist. Current thing we talk about.
Yeah.
Time ghosts.
Yeah.
It was 2024 that this show came out, so
That's insane.
Yeah.
I love that she was like, "Oh, if you don't know what BDE is, shut the fuck up."
Max, you're giving the same vibe she's given
yes,
on this
get
show.
out of here.
Yeah, except mine is lovable and correct.
So there's no publicly available date on the recording. However, according to Google Gemini, based on a premiere of May 9th and the announcement of the show in February 2024, filming likely took place in early 2024.
No, that's not possible because these
And
guys are
it's like
playing in
filmed in the
leagues. They
summer.
can't take
it
that
looks
time off.
summery.
I don't think they ever have time off.
Okay,
They definitely have time off.
I'm going to ask a guest. When do these guys have time off? This is a friend of the pod, Anshul.
From May till like mid July generally.
So they must have.
Season starts in August, so they start training in July.
Like June 20.
So this must have been 2023.
Yeah.
Still, thank you, Anshul.
Thank
This is still way too late to be talking about BDE.
I think it's
Yeah.
fine.
Was that?
She's looking
I
for
don't
it.
know.
She's looking for
You
the
know,
BDE. She don't
bring
want
it
that
back.
LDE. She wants that BDE, specifically the BD. I think she doesn't.
Yeah,
BD and BW.
so BDE gained popularity in 2018. Whoa.
Oh damn.
Yeah, with
Blop,
Nick
blop, blop.
Foles. Nick Foles has that
Wow.
BDE.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was
Nick
what's his
Foles
name?
has
The
the
guy on
biggest
Saturday Night
BDE.
Live.
Okay.
Nah, it was that white guy on Saturday Night Live.
You can't possibly believe BDE was popularized by Saturday Night Live.
Oh
It's
my
that dude.
God.
What's his name? He dated the Ariana Grande.
Paul
Pete,
Oh,
Pete,
Davidson? No,
Pete Davidson.
I don't think this is something he was saying. I think it was something that was often attributed to him. But I don't
Okay,
think
so I got an update. I tried trusting Google AI. I was like, hey, when did BDE spike?
What
have
about
you considered
OpenAI?
not trusting Google or AI?
No, it's just quick, you know. So anyway, it started to spike a little bit in 2018, but it really went off the charts in August 2022, July 2022.
okay,
I
but that's
mean,
still
this
not like it's still a little old.
could have been filmed in
Yeah.
This stuff goes out of
2022.
style really quickly.
All of this to say, Jacqueline, whatever, we get
All
it.
right, so let's talk
Get a
about Lloyd for a
personality.
second. So Lloyd
Yeah.
gets 3 dates out of 5, and like the
Lloyd is the desirable one. Also, apparently, the least
he is.
successful
I didn't.
of
I
the
have like
5.
no idea.
No
He's the
clue.
To
most
my
like
Yeah.
soccer fan
unknown.
over here, yes.
Oh, soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah, the most successful, easily Ryan Babel, Jamie O'Hara probably a second in terms of like them playing in the English Premier League, and then the two Mexican guys are probably famous in Mexico.
I mean,
Lloyd was basically an under 17 player for Liverpool. Never heard of
They
him.
lost him.
Seems
Sorry about
like
that.
the soccer got them.
Soccer
Yeah.
ball hit the modem.
I'm going down a really big hole
Oh,
of
God.
BDE, man.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm using the multiple AIs
you're gonna get on
now
some sort of
to
list.
Those searches are not going to be good for you, bud.
yeah. I didn't realize this. So BDE was first used following Anthony Bourdain's death. Someone used the term to describe him embodying BDE, and that's where it came from in 2018. And so that's why it
Okay.
saw a little bump. And then it started to really gain
All
steam with Pete
right.
Davidson.
So let's get back to this show. So we got Lloyd. He goes on a date to this like weird like car museum kind of thing where you see like cool cars.
The Peterson Automotive Museum. I would love to go to this place.
It
You
looked
know it.
empty, so I'm guessing they must have gotten
Yes.
some sort of
Wow.
like after hours kind of situation going on there. Uh, yeah, and then which that seemed like a
Some
pretty
sort
Yeah.
of
good
deal.
date if you're into cars. As a person not into cars, I definitely would not have that date.
Yeah. It seems like an awful first date if you don't know each other's likes.
Yeah. Oh wow, this building looks super cool.
Where was the
This
second date at
museum.
again?
Wow, very cool building.
They all kind of blended together. There was
They went to a food
Yeah,
court.
it was
They
like a
went to like
day date.
yeah. What kind of fucking date is that? I guess that's fine.
Yeah. It was like one of those like modern food courts, like not in a mall.
Yeah,
Like
they
a
get
food
food.
court
They
that's
get.
just a
That's
food
right. They
court,
try
you know?
like some sort of blowfish or pufferfish or something, or sea urchin. They try some sea urchin.
No.
Just
Yes.
see her.
Sea
Look,
urchin, very different.
it's
Sea urchin will not
11:30
kill
at
you.
night. Leave me alone. And then the third date they go on. He goes on miniature golf. Right, that was a mini golf date. Yeah, that's just a lot to go on with different women
Yep.
in like 2 days. And he makes out with this two people on the same day. Guy's got game.
Maybe. I think he's just very good looking.
That's
Yeah,
part of
I
your
don't think
game.
his game was very
how
good.
you look.
It didn't seem like.
They did say that.
it?
Well, they did have a quote that it was like they're only relying on their looks for this part of the experiment. So it
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah. I feel like game
What
is like
what does Google
how you
AI say
compensate
about it?
for or up your looks. I don't know. We'll have to find that out
Does
later.
game include your
How to
looks?
define game.
How does game include
How do
your
you know if
looks?
someone has good game?
Not much more to talk about with Lloyd. I agree. He's kind of boring. These dates were kind of boring. And then we got Jamie O'Hara. I got no notes on Jamie.
He's like the most like frat boy kind of seemingly out of the crew. Like he likes to drink,
Was he the one?
seems more loud, boisterous. Played for the Hotspurs.
Cheated on his
Hots.
wife.
Oh yeah.
Was he the one that had
Party
shots in
boy.
his Tinder profile thing?
Yes. Yeah.
Also, his ex-wife was literally
Oh,
Miss
yeah.
Great Britain.
Oh.
This
I
feel
also
like
felt like you cheated on Miss Great Britain.
Yeah.
Great Britain.
yeah, she's literally got to be the hottest person in Britain.
One of
like,
them.
No, that's not true. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. But he seems to have the best game, like I would say. And we're going with the AI. Game actually refers to the emotional and social aspects of dating and seduction. So
You
not
should
physical.
ask Google AI who has a better game, him or Ryan Babel.
Yeah, speaking of Ryan
That would be
Babel,
pretty good.
he can rap.
I like that.
That's
He
that's
owns a music label
it
company
was
or
him.
something. I don't believe for a goddamn second he truly raps.
I'm
I mean,
sure,
I'm sure he can.
but like he
think nobody
definitely
listens to
rapped
it.
like right after he said he raps. No, I can't, but I said I could.
Chris, can you rap?
No, sure.
You want to hear me rap? My name is Max, and I'm here to say I am very
his most
cool in a
popular
maxi way.
His most popular song on Spotify
I
has 370,000 views or listens, so that's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible.
I guess.
And good for him for trying to explore something, you know? Like I give him credit. Like he had a lot of like businesses. He's trying to do
Give
stuff.
him credit.
I give him
don't
credit.
give him credit. He's just playing soccer. Then we got
Rough.
Sebastian Fassi, which is he's like father, some sort of soccer super, I don't know, owner. He owns 3 clubs or something.
This
Yeah.
guy is a nepo baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his claim to fame. He's a daddy's boy.
He has big NE, big nepo energy, some might say. But he made good use of it, right? He became a professional footballer. Like definitely not resting on what he had, you know? It's hard to become a professional. Very hard.
Yeah. When you're right, you're right.
And then we've got our last soccer
so give him credit.
superstar, Marco Fabian, which is the dad bod guy. This is dad bod. This is dad bod.
No, that was Jamie O'Hara. No.
Arguably, both of them fit, but the one the show keeps talking about and describing as dad bod is Jamie O'Hara. This guy is gold medalist, and he keeps talking about being a gold medalist, and it's true.
I'm
He's a gold
sorry, audience. I'm
medalist.
sorry. I
Yes.
guess I could be wrong. Never happened. I'm always right.
Happens
It's
to
never
all.
happened before.
One thing that was really I thought was really good was while the women were picking off the Tinder profiles, the guys were watching at the same time. I thought that was probably the best part of the show is watching them
Yeah.
like get upset they weren't picked and like excited that Lloyd got picked 3 times. Um,
After the third time, the rest of the guys were like, "Okay, we're leaving. Have fun."
Yeah.
I
We're
thought that was
done.
good. I thought that was a good shtick.
Done with this. Also, like this was heavier in the beginning of the show and it kind of tapered a little bit. The narrator on the show, very energetic. Got some like double
so fun
dare
fact, I
type
have his
narrator
name.
and
His name is
energy.
Jared Freed.
Like,
He is a TikTok, Instagram person. He is, if you've seen
oh,
the videos recapping The Bachelor and like making fun of The Bachelor, that's him. Yeah, he's like he does like
oh,
stand up across the
That's
country.
wow.
him?
I follow
That's
him on
nuts.
TikTok, and he does
Oh,
have funny like he comes on once a day or every couple days with like some funny thing, short thing. He's by far the best part of this show for sure.
interesting. Oh, he's got
And the
a
best
Netflix. Wow.
He's also one of the best parts of watching Bachelor and Bachelorette.
Whoa. Oh wait. So wait. Oh,
Yeah,
the
so
after.
that's
Yeah,
that
he's
guy.
not on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always get his TikToks like the day after.
Damn.
Damn.
But
But
damn.
he's funny he's kind of
Damn.
funny. I don't think he has a whole lot to work with in the show. He's not really meant to be the comedic relief, I don't think. So I wouldn't judge him based on the show, but he is good.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knew?
So
I didn't know you guys were tight.
I was watching the show earlier and continued to watch episode 2. So if you want to know anything that happens in episode
Oh,
2,
whoa.
Dang.
well,
Why? What compelled you?
so I knew he'd get to it, but Christina was watching the show with me, my wife, and she liked the show, so she wanted to watch more. And yeah, and it's hard to pick shows
Oh,
with like you know, so we just watched episode 2. 5
yeah.
new girls get introduced.
Very hard.
Lloyd has more issues going on
Oh, whoa.
with this because I don't remember was the cocktail party in this episode or is that the next episode? Yeah, so
No, they do the cocktail party in the first episode.
yeah, that was kind of
They go
funny.
on the
Like
balcony.
he's
He doesn't
clearly
give her the
more into this
jacket.
one woman.
He
Don't
gives
remember her
her the
name,
jacket.
and other one
Drama
was upset.
ensues.
Um, and yeah, I mean, the one thing that they keep teeing up for like this season is like them telling the women that um that they're footballers, and I'm not sure that's like I really care that much. Like, are women gonna
Hmm.
be like, especially the women that get kicked off the show, get told, and I'm like, okay, yeah, they're gonna be like, shucks,
Oh,
why wasn't
Yeah.
I
What am I
What does
going
it
to
matter
a
to them?
nicer, hotter woman? Like, I'm like, I had a, I know, but
There are definitely a
like,
couple
what
women on
is
here
that
right now
content
who would
you're showing
absolutely
me?
say that.
It's like, oh, way to be like a dick or something. They're like, way to not be good
yeah.
enough. That one woman that liked
Who gets
Lloyd but
knocked
not
out?
good enough with a jacket, she gets knocked out. in the second episode.
Okay.
But then they're like teeing up, like there's a whole second part of the show, it seems, where like they've picked the 5 women and then they go to their respective countries and live with them. So like that could be an interesting part of the show. Like we
Yep.
don't ever actually watch
I think that's good.
like all through these seasons or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
That's not what this
you
show's
should put
about.
your best
We're
foot
about
forward.
judging books by
Okay.
their cover.
That's what we're judging.
Not about
your
opening
best
them.
foot forward. Best one. We don't want to be. We're not judging the small baby steps. At the end
best
here,
foot.
okay?
I do like that they don't frame it as any bullshit like, oh, we're getting married after 5 days and I'm going
Yeah.
back to his home country. It's just like,
And then there's.
yeah, let me go live with you and see how it goes.
Yeah.
Now,
See how
I think they tell them.
I don't know how
right
they're
away.
going to avoid not learning that they're footballers.
That's interesting to me. Is like oh
Okay.
oh my God, I'm going to
Hmm.
London and you're a football star. Like that reaction could be entertaining to watch. The he's like, oh, we're gonna live in a mansion.
I mean, it's got to be
That's
cool
pretty
when you.
cool.
Yeah.
And that one gold digger is either gonna be really happy or really
That's
sad.
dope.
Sick.
Mm. Well, no. So, can I do a spoiler? So, the
Renee.
gold digger, like the one who the cringy one. Yeah, she ends up with Jamie O'Hara.
Oh, she lucked
All right.
into this. She knew.
Yeah.
She walked into
Crazy.
that room and was like, something fishy going on here. I got to get
Yeah,
into one
so
of
she
these at least.
Yeah. I feel like it seems like the guys aren't that good at holding it together. Like, seems like the girls will figure this out pretty quickly. They're on some
Yeah.
scheme.
The guys start going rogue. They're like given fake identities.
Max,
Like one of them is told, oh, you're
I
a
don't know. I thought you froze.
what? I mean, I have had some freezing issues with you guys, but no, one guy's cover is like, he's some sort of like, not a construction worker, but some sort of like real estate mogul of some sort, and he self downgrades to construction worker, and that completely
He's a
fucks him
real
over because now they're
estate
like, oh, he's poor. I don't
construction
want
worker.
that.
Real estate.
Yeah. I think that was Ryan.
Yeah. Also, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, Ryan Babel. But then Jamie, he's like, ad sales, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, it's okay. Ad sales, yeah, ad sales.
Just pick something that sounds boring and makes money.
Lawyer. It's always a lawyer.
No,
Lawyer.
but then they're like, "Oh, what do you specialize in?" And
He
he'll
said
be
that
like,
he
"Oh,
built
maritime
helped
law."
build the Burj Khalifa
I don't
at some
know.
point. Which is an insane lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you wouldn't have moved to Abu Dhabi.
It's the tallest building in the world,
to
Chris.
build that.
It's also from like 2010, so he would have
There's
had to
just
do this
like
when he was
so
17.
many questions you could ask after that he can't answer.
He's that good.
He's like, how do those windows stay on? Like, did you build the beams? Like, what did you do?
Yeah.
How do the windows stay on? Super glue. Next
think
question.
Like one of them did a good job. Like, I forgot, but like you have to choose something you know something enough about, right? Which they all know something beyond soccer. It's like, okay, like
Alright,
shoes. I make shoes.
Who's the worst
All right,
human being?
cool.
In the show, is it Jacqueline or Renee?
Is it not the men for lying?
Well,
That's a game.
No, they're told to, and like they wouldn't have been on it without this. Like it would be the producers, if anything.
Yeah.
Brian, that's what Nazi collaborators said.
I mean,
You
like
weren't
they're
told.
lying for a good reason. Like they're lying to like find quote
Yeah,
unquote true love,
clear.
which
I don't
is
think
like
it's
a
them.
fairy
I just wanted to
tale.
stir the pot a little bit.
They're looking for that fairy tale. I don't know. They're lying to be good on TV.
Yeah. Yeah. They're not like the most like they're not like a clear, but besides Renee kind of comes off
I don't think
not
so.
great. But
I
again,
also think it's
is
Renee
she
because she
just
pissed off
playing the
all
role?
the Dutch and French people. So by confusing their flags.
Well, no,
I
by
don't know if
pissing off the
we're
French, that makes
that
her a
down on
hero,
French,
an American hero.
French people right now.
Hmm. Yeah. France is having a whole thing at the moment. They're going like into Trump territory.
Oh yeah,
No
and
good.
it's all
Everyone's
Macron's
going
own
that
fault.
route. Anyway, no
Macron.
politics. We talked about this. No
Macaroon.
politics. Before the podcast.
When did we talk about that? When have we talked about no
We
politics?
definitely did.
We did.
Would this
I
show be
wasn't
better
here.
as a Quibi or a TikTok? Brian, what do you got
No,
for me?
I
Think
missed that.
so? You don't think so?
I don't think so. It moved enough that I was like, okay, I didn't feel like really like bored. I would have cut out Lloyd's dates more than anything, but that's like the actual like
I would probably
choosing
cut this
content.
down a
They
little
had no
bit.
control
It's
over
a
that.
60-minute show. That's too long. It's too long. You cut down to like a
Doesn't
regular
need to be.
40-minute show, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that's fair.
Because I definitely thought
Yeah.
the beginning where they
It
introduced
definitely
all
have
the
a nicer
guys,
flow.
then they introduced all the girls. It's just like people. Like that's not the most exciting part of your show, you know? Yeah. Like you got to do the
Yeah,
intros while like
like
some
you
sort
got
of
to do it,
activity
but
is
keep it
happening,
moving, keep it rolling.
and
Yeah.
obviously they're doing. But
Yep.
anyway, drinking rules. So I'll start out with the classic, the stock. Anytime they're making out, take a couple drinks. Brian. Max?
Anytime BDE is mentioned, finish your drink. I have a feeling it's gonna be mentioned more than once.
Every time somebody lies about their job, take a shot, but it's actually water. You're lying.
Oh. Yeah. Anytime the guys are nervous that they're letting their cover slip, take a little sip.
I'm
of
just
your
going
slip.
to sit there because that was silly. I think you should take a drink anytime you see somebody without their shirt on or you see some side boob. Or
I didn't see that much side boob in this episode. I felt.
If it wasn't for editing, we would have got some side crotch. Would that be the right term?
You think she wasn't
From
wearing
when
underwear? Or,
Renee came on the show?
like you could see
They
her
had to put a
underwear and they
smiley.
just covered that? Or was her hoo-ha really out there?
Yeah. It's definitely a bold move, which feeds into the idea she's playing a
With
character
that kind of a
to
dress?
go
Like,
commando.
there's a certain dress that you can go
on
commando
entrance.
in. That's not one.
With like a, yeah, that definitely.
Max, why are you raising your hand?
Yeah.
Not raising your hand.
I don't know.
No one can see that. No one can see
no,
that.
I'm
This is
saying-
an audio only medium.
Who knows? We'll never know. One of life's many mysteries. It was more meant
Brian.
at you guys than our listeners.
Yeah.
Okay, Brian.
It was
what
podcast
speed
Undercover.
do you think
Some might
Max
say.
watched this episode at?
I think 1X. Oh wait, no.
No, are
I think he
you
went with
going one
Ancho
X
this
as well?
time. No, I still think 1X.
Yeah. Well, so if it wasn't for Anchel, I would have said 1.5x.
Yeah.
But I think Anchel was there, and I don't think Anchel wants to be watching things at 1.5x.
Fine.
You're saying you think
I'll do
Anchel's
it.
slow?
I'll give it to you 1.5. I
Yes,
would normally
Yes.
that's
rate it 2,
exactly
but I
that is
think it's
exactly
1.5.
what I meant.
The answer is I just installed the Peacock app on my Xbox and I forgot to look to see if there were speed
Definitely not.
options.
So you get a drink.
We got it right, Brian. We got it right.
Yeah. Max, at some point you got to throw us like a curveball here, like 1.3 or something.
Mm.
At some point, I'm going into the two significant digits.
All right. What do you love
3
about this show,
Man.
Noah? What do you love?
Man.
Oh yeah.
Um, you know, I think it's nice that people are getting, or these British guys or Mexican guys or some of these guys, they're getting a chance to meet some just like, salt of the earth American girls in Los Angeles who are thirsty for social media followers.
Brian, can you follow that up with
Yeah, I guess there's
something
not
you
much.
love about the
Sorry.
show?
I do like the core premise. I don't like the techniques that they use to do it. Like, I really like that. Hey, like, there are plenty of people who have problems with dating, including like highly successful people, and let's try to take away like that and like show what a different way of dating could be. I wish it didn't have to
Max, what do you
include
love about
lying,
this
but
show?
it's just the nature of it.
Well, Brian stole mine. Yeah, I got. I don't have that much. I didn't hate it. I just didn't.
Piggyback off it.
I love
Nah,
that the
I'd rather not.
show, like, I think it's trying to tell a cohesive story with the five guys and the five women, and they go on like dates, and it seems like they're legitimately trying to make connections with people, um, and to like legitimately date these people. It feels real in a sense, and I agree. Sometimes the women are probably the ones that feel less real, which is crazy to me, but. That's what you have. Now we do ratings. We do a stack ranking system between top, middle, and bottom third. Max, what do you got for me? Noah, let's go to you.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is a clear bottom show. I don't think any of us really thoroughly enjoyed us that much. Unless
Your
they're watching it with
significant
a
other
significant
could
other, then it
also
might have
watch
some more
it.
redeeming qualities. But could have, did not. Um, um, so yeah, I just I think there's like good nuggets here. I think the producers, whoever was in charge of like taking the idea and executing on it, they just threw in too much bullshit. I think there's a good idea here that could be executed a lot better. So for those reasons, it's bottom. I'm gonna put it in top of the
The
bottom for
record.
the potential, but
Let
I
the
want the
record
record to put
show.
it in that bottom
Uh,
third tile. Let the record show. Yeah, gotta. Yeah. I do declare this is a
Max, are
bottom
you ready
third
now?
tile. I just don't know what threes are called. So third tile.
Yeah, sorry. This was lost in a sea of tabs. I was deep googling something. Anyway, yeah, obviously bottom third. It wasn't that bad, but middle of the bottom. The core premise is good. I agree with Brian. The core premise is okay. The execution is just so boring. They could strip 20 minutes
Brian,
out of
what
this
do you got for
easily.
me?
So yeah, bottom third, middle of the bottom.
I'm gonna put it top of the bottom. I can see myself watching another episode or so, but I'm not entirely sure just yet. And I think that like
I'm gonna
yeah,
buck the
I
trend.
didn't
I
like
think
some of
it's
the
middle
people on this
third.
show.
I think it was fine. I think it was kind of Um, milk toasty. Like, it wasn't offensive. It wasn't offensively boring.
Milky
It was
teeth.
semi interesting. And episode two, I think, was better than episode one. I don't know. I'd put it on the side, probably. I think it'd be interesting to see like what happens when they like actually go through a whole relationship. That premise seems kind of compelling. I just hope like the dating aspect isn't like
Mm.
10 hours long because that's just way too long. But yeah, for sure. Uh,
So it's a good side
so
piece.
tell us what
It's
you
it's a
thought
good
on
side piece for
X
you.
at Who Put This On. We'll have a poll up on
Mm.
there for you to tell us. Now we do shout outs of other other things people have been watching or reading or playing. Brian, do you have any shout outs?
I'll continue shouting out at the boys. Like I've once I started it, I've really like started kicking through it.
Noah.
It's still got the same problems. I will admit that, but it's good.
Yeah. So I'm very early, but in Presumed Innocent, Apple TV show, Jake Gyllenhaal, um, seems like a pretty good one. And then also very early in The Bear, season 3. Everyone's pretty ecstatic about it. I'm excited to get my paws wet, as some might say, in the show.
I
Did you
sat
lie?
next to Jake
Did you
Gyllenhaal like a
lie
month
to
ago.
him to try to date him?
Oh, huh. Did you guys exchange numbers?
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
about
I
right.
lied to him and said I wasn't a soccer player.
Oh, Max, any shout outs?
Mm,
I think Max just froze for me.
Not much. Ooh,
Yeah.
did you guys get? Did you guys get pause? Sorry. Yeah, the internet's funky. Um, I've been catching a couple episodes here and there of Love Island USA season 6. I've never watched the USA one, but it's a pretty good season. They also have a bunch of Brits, which
I'm
I think makes it
gonna shout out
interesting.
something a little different
Yeah.
this week. I've been watching some classic horror movies, and some of them have been really good. One is this Japanese, no, it's Korean movie called The Wailing from 2016. Really good, like mystery kind of horror movie. I would definitely recommend that. And another movie that I watched
Ooh.
recently was a French film called Diabolique, which is from 1955. And this was more of a thriller, mystery thriller kind of thing. And I would highly recommend those two movies. Uh, Diabolique has an 8.1 on IMDb, which is really good. The other one is 7.4. But I'd recommend both of those to everyone. All right, that's it for us this week. You can find us on X at Who Put This On. You can find us on Facebook.com/on. You can also questions, suggestions at whoputthison at gmail.com. We'll see you guys next time.